Here's the truth behind the DC crime crackdown. Hi, I'm Darren Monroe. I used to work for Kamala Harris's campaign, one of tens of thousands in the engagement team. I have 30 years marketing branding experience. I used to work for Universal DreamWorks MCA and do a lot of marketing. And here's the deal with the DC crime crackdown. First of all, understand this. It's not a crackdown. You probably figured that out. The hood is cool. I have talked to friends, I've talked to family, I've talked to connected people out there. I've talked to people in politics. I've talked to some people who were involved in the streets. I've talked to actual police officers. And I've also talked to people in my Clarity group, which, by the way, this is sponsored by. Get my description. Go there. I got a replay I did that was live. We recorded a lot and talked about this DC crackdown stuff. And I do lives on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Definitely get in there. And the link is on my homepage. What I'm trying to get you to understand is this. This DC crime crackdown is a joke. And I've been saying this for days. I'm like, okay, so you guys are going to crack down on a group of people who this was seemingly seems like a setup with the Big Balls ex-Doge guy. This sounds like a setup. And when I say setup, I'm talking about Jesse Smollett type. I'm here from Chicago. I actually am in the same location right behind me happened was where the infamous Jesse Smollett fake beating happened. And when we heard about it, we were like, unlikely that would happen the way that it happened in our neighborhood. It just didn't add up. And that's what people out of DC are saying. They're like, this carjacking that happened to Doge guy, it don't add up. It don't look right. Something ain't right. Something ain't adding up. Something ain't calculating. There's some unusualness that ex-Doge staffer Big Balls is totally holding out about. And I think it was just an excuse for them to come in here and create a bunch of havoc and crime and BS. And the DC people are talking about it. They're like, and I think that one of the things we got to look at is that, one, he want to get any kind of conversation he can have over Epstein, which doesn't seem to be working. In fact, everybody's talking about Epstein even more. Wonderful. That's great on our end. Second thing is he's trying to normalize troops coming into the city. The problem is the troops don't have anything to do. There's nobody to get. I mean, you're not going to beat up on protesters. I mean, it's going to make it worse for you, and more people are going to turn against you if you do that. That's why I say that sending troops and ICE and all these people into D.C. in any blue city is a blessing, because it's stupid. It's stupid. It's the dumbest thing you could be doing. So you're doing D.C. crackdowns on people where there's nothing to crack down. The crime has gone down over the last 30 years and continues to go down. And the numbers are good. And I think what the DC mayor did, which was totally smart, was to just play it off and just be cool, just be calm and play this out. And I'm sure her staff, her council, city council has been like, play it out. Because, one, you can't fight and argue it. You may not have a strong case against the president. But even more importantly, just play it out. Watch him look foolish. And I think that's the biggest thing. See, she's in a unique situation because Bowser is not in a same situation as my mayor, Brandon Johnson, or the mayor, Karen Bass, out in L.A. She's not in the same situation because she's not in the state. So the law gets a little weird there. But here's the thing I want you to understand. Once these people get through, the National Guard and the federal, whatever, once they get through walking around looking stupid, okay, because that's what they're going to be doing, looking stupid, when they get through walking around and all this clown shit, what we're going to really see and begin to pick up on is the truth, which is this was a load of crap. This was some BS. This was designed to look like it was some sort of major press. It was like those, you know what this reminds me of? It's just like those troops that are walking across MacArthur Park in LA. They're basically beefing up. They're taking on DC, and DC's like, yeah, okay, so what? Taking on what? It's business as usual. And he's trying to create a bunch of hype. And he's trying to bring troops there to normalize it so that somehow he can put troops into 2026. But here's the problem. You know, if you're going to normalize it, that means we're not going to be afraid. Because it's been, oh yeah, they're here. They were here last week. Welcome, how you doing? What's up, Bob? It's like, it's not scaring us. It's not intimidating us. It's normalizing. The more you're here, the more it looks normal. And it's not like, ooh, it's big troops coming. It's more like, oh yeah, the troops are back. Okay, what now? What now, troops? Because it's not like people running around burning down buildings. And this is not the George Floyd riots. It's not. So your attempt to look this stupid is harming you. And it's harming you greatly. The only people I really want to check, and I hope that you spread this video to everyone, are the left alarmists. Those are the ones we really got to get at. Because it's like, wait a minute. Everything's bad. The whole world is ending. And I'm like, calm the fuck down. Are you serious? No, seriously? Suffering from those liabilities? Are you kidding? Here's the truth incident of that. Ain't jack crap happening because ain't jack crap happened. This is some Jussie Smollett. I'm telling you, this is some Jussie Smollett with that ex-Doge staffer. Talking about, I was beat down. No, what was happening is you were probably buying a bag off somebody and they sat there and beat your butt or said something racial, because you do say racial stuff, and you said something racial and the streets caught up with you and whipped your butt. That's what happened. That's what happened. You know? I mean, you know, isn't he the same guy who said he was racist before it was a thing? Very convenient. You talk crap to the wrong person and they whip the hell's asses. And then he comes out, I don't know what happened. But when the truth comes out, it's going to be even funnier. You sending troops in for this garbage. Nah. Streets is watching. Like Jay-Z's album, Streets is watching. And they're watching you make a fool of you. Bowser did the right thing. Mayor Bowser did the right thing. She is watching him play himself and playing it cool instead of the back and forth. She's in a unique position. And yeah, they're going to send troops. Send it over to Chicago. Send it over to LA. Send it. It's a blessing. Come on with it. Because here's what it's going to do. It's going to normalize it. You're right. And people didn't think this through when they said this. They're like, Darren, they send these troops over. It'll normalize them. I'm like, okay. So what that means is that everyday people are not going to be intimidated by police and officers. Oh, by the way, the hood ain't intimidated, whether it's DC, Chicago, LA, New York. See, you got to understand something. ICE, ICE is a new name, but they just didn't put the POL in front of it. POLICE. The hood is like, oh, yeah. You know, and then there's some black people out there who and white who are trying to tell black people, well, you being passive this time around this is what's gonna happen. And I'm like, really? First of all, when did they stop policing us, policing us? When did they stop policing us? Everything that's happening to brown people is happening to black people, not just black people from Africa and the Caribbean. In fact, they're getting a lesson for their lives. It's like, whoa, we've never been treated like this. And we're like, whoa, welcome to America, man. We've been telling you this. You've been letting those racist white people tell you you're different and believing it. The American dream is ours. I don't know what's wrong with these black people who live here and they're not getting their dreams and they're lazy and they're blah, blah. Yeah, okay. How's it feel now? Lazy, huh? This is America, And so what I'm looking over here at is, the way they're treating all these people, the brown people, the black people, the way they're treating them is pretty much the same treatment we had. So you gonna send troops in and do what? That ain't scared no black folks. We like, man, send some troops in. Oh, what they gonna? Oh, they gonna work with the police, eh? And then they're running out telling people, really silly shit. They're running out telling people, and I think that's very, again, very humorous. They're running out telling people that, well, we're going to make sure that the ICE people don't harm you. And I just said this in the back end of my clarity group. I'm like, yeah, you do realize who's saying that, right? The FOP, former FOP people are saying to the community, Fraternal Order of Police, that we're going to keep these federal people from harming you. The Fraternal Order of the Police. Yeah, I'm from that. Listen, I'm the brother of a Black Panther and the son of a woman who marched with King. I'm straight off a little town called Motherfucker Police. No, really, I'm not falling for this. Like I said, you just because you gonna keep the ICE by protecting us because you the POL ICE from the FOP. No. From the GOP, hell no. I ain't falling for it. Hey, can't trust it. Down the train, riding the crew, some of them looking just like you. Listen. Y'all go for that all you want to, but I'm not. Yeah, they doing DC Crackdown. It's DC Crackdown. Stick them up. Get over here. And here's the thing. They don't even know where to go. They don't know where to go. Because the more and more they get into it, they'll find out. See, the streets already know the Doge stuff was bullshit. There's something going on. Jesse Smollett. That's what I keep saying. Jesse Smollett. It's going to come out. We're going to crack down on DC. You stupid motherfucker. You crack down on the hood. You don't know nothing about the hood. And here's the flip side of that, too. And I appreciate some of my clarity group sharing that. There's some of the hood who don't know anything. They're like, yeah, we wanted D.C. Mayor Bowser to do this all the time, and now Trump is going to do it. He ain't going to do nothing. You just as stupid as MAGA if you think something's going to happen. I understand you feeling that way, like he's listening to you. No, he's pimping you. He's pimping you. This is an ATP, an attempt to pimp. Don't y'all fall for that, man. Don't y'all fall for that. It's the game. Realize the game. The game is the game, and it's being played. And the money's being made. Yeah, baby. It is on. It is on. Here's the thing I want all of y'all to get. I want you to grasp this. It's going to be all right. We're going to make it through this. There is a pathway. And the pathway I'm going to talk about in the future, there's a pathway to this. We're going to be all right. But what you got to do is stay vigilant, remain focused, and understand that much of this, that's why I have a clarity group. It's not about talking about politics. The clarity group, the goal of the clarity group is to keep you from the chaos to clarity on where you should be focused. That's what it is. And you should understand the larger picture. We got a 3.5 year road to go through. And the only way we're going to make it through is keeping peace within ourselves, keeping our spiritual mind in peace itself, and also understanding something else that I said privately in the clarity group yesterday, which is, listen, you have to begin to reshape what you want. I know you want this guy gone and Kamala in because the math wasn't mathing. The orange cheated the coconut and the, you know what, was stolen. I get it. We talked about that last night in our clarity group. And I'm going to break it down like this. Yeah, the math wasn't math and the you know what was stolen and it was wrong. And I want all of you to understand very clearly what is really fucking happening. I have these clarity reports, and I'm talking about the 5 different civil wars. I'm talking about the 8 different investigations on Trump and the 24 election and what really happened behind the scenes. And I'm saying these things to people so they can grasp this repeatedly, what is actually going on. Don't fall for the surface of the news. Don't listen to the alarmist leftists, only the people who are coming with context and assessment, and watch. Just watch over time what's going to happen. This is what I said to my clarity group. I said, listen, I got proof that many of these people in the Trump administration going to jail. They're going to jail. Guaranteed. It's happening. But you just got to give it some time and some patience. All right? I love y'all. Stay strong. Definitely binge watch my content. Watch the last 10, 20 videos. You will love it. And check out my playlist. And you will love it.